I've literally had this car for now 11 minutes and it's broken down on me again.
Someone tell me why it's saying that it's going to take till 3:09 a.m. tomorrow to fully charge. Like, what?
I didn't realize insurance is a whole lot more expensive for Teslas, and to get the charger on the house is going to be like $5,000.
I'm not getting it fixed anywhere, just 40 grand. I'm obviously not going to pay to get that fixed. Could buy two of them for that, so it's a write-off.
These EV owners thought they got the deal of the lifetime while saving the planet. Then reality hit them hard. Let's find out why buyer's remorse is exploding amongst EV users.
We had a young kid that loved a car, bought it, drove home to another state, called us the next day and had buyer's remorse. And in the car business, you buy a car, you drive it away, deal's done. So I'm going to call him to just figure this thing out. You've been talking to everybody and their dad's called in. I figured I'd take a turn and work something out, man. I don't want you to feel like we're not taking care of you, but I also want to make sure that we're being treated fairly. I don't think you need to be in a bad spot. I don't think we need to be in a bad spot. Did you just I shouldn't have bought an electric car?
The car is great. I love the car. There's nothing wrong with it except for the charging. It's a deal breaker for me, honestly. I don't have my own home. I live in an apartment, so there's no way to charge at my house. My parents don't want to put one because they don't have any electric vehicles, and then I don't want to stop every hour and a half and charge my car for 30 minutes when I could just fill it up in 10 and get triple the range.
That stuff was true before you owned a car. Those are all facts, whether you owned the car or not. So I'm just trying to understand how we got there after you bought it.
I've driven a gas car my whole life on the highway. Gas cars get better mileage for the most part. And so I was under that same impression. It was the complete opposite for me, you know?
Yeah, I've been driving an EV every day for the last 7 years. It does take longer to charge than it does to fill up with gas, no question about it. But I save so much money on gas, it's worth it to me.
I probably would get pretty used to it if I kept the car, but I just don't think I'm willing to make that conversion at this point in my life. I will admit I didn't fully understand what I was getting into.
I want to try and work something out specific that can work for you and for us.
I don't want to feel like I have to buy a car from you guys. I don't want to feel like obligated.
If you want to have this work out for you in some way, you do have to buy a car from us. I'm not just going to take the car back, dude, and say, sorry, Andrew, you're 19, you made a mistake, wish you the best. You're going to ask me to lose thousands of dollars because you didn't do your homework? That's not fair to us. You need to take some responsibility here. You don't just get to return a car after driving it however many miles and days and changing your mind, getting cold feet. That's not how it works. That's not how the law works. That's not how business works. And that's not fair to us. We don't have to do anything. You bought that car on your own free will. You're a big boy. Car's exactly what is advertised. I don't want you to be unhappy. That's not how we roll. So buying a car from us is the only way. Is there a car you found that you want?
There is one, but the only problem is I know that you guys are going to mark it up from what it costs, obviously. But
You're right, we will. I'm going to make a profit on a car that I'm selling you. Tell me a year, a make, and a model of a car you want, and I'm going to go look on the dealer auctions right now and see. So what is it you're interested in?
a Hyundai Sonata Limited.
I'm looking at one here that's a 2021 black with 60,000 miles that we could get for that mid-20s that you'd be in good shape on. Let me do some work.
Hey, sounds good.
Okay, thanks. All right.
Nothing is broken, but the buyer is already trying to return the future. Great start.
Got a customer I really like, but his EV isn't what he thought it was going to be. So he's going to call. We're going to try and figure out some options. I've got a bunch of information here, but happy to listen to what you have in mind.
Yeah, honestly wanted to just give you guys a chance and an opportunity if you wanted to buy it back. And I'm not like looking to have you guys buy it back for what I bought it for, but I know that you guys are likely looking for some inventory and turning over stuff pretty quick. So just wanted to see if you guys were interested, and if so, at what number. Yeah, and I hope you know that the reason I'm looking to get out of it isn't because of any kind of experience I had with your team. I think it's all been solid, but yeah, just wanted to see what you had in mind or if there was any interest on your end.
I do appreciate you saying that. I noticed too, you went from a Toyota Tacoma that had a fair amount of like camping or outdoor kind of vibes to it. What was it about the electric lifestyle that you found out wasn't a fit for you?
Like, I really enjoy the car, driving it daily and doing those things, and I genuinely thought I could overlook the other aspects of the camping and the mountain biking, be a little bit more, I guess if you want to call it, financially responsible, but it feels like a piece of me is just missing and eager to get back into it. Unfortunately, it took me 3 weeks to realize that, but you never know until you know. Yeah.
I am gonna try and do a few little extra things for you here on your way out the door if we can make this work.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's been solid, obviously. Buying experience, being there, the trade was smooth, everything like that. But yeah.
We're cool? Me and you? Us? Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me break down the math and make sure I've got right. So it's a 2022 Model 3 Performance. Probably has around 60,000 miles now. Does it have black or white interior?
It's got white interior.
Yeah. Okay, so it's black and white. We know it's going to be in great shape. We have done that you paid $26,900 for the car. Does that sound right?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. We would do $23,500. And just to put that in perspective for you, I'm probably going to sell the car for $26,000, maybe $26,500. And so after I make a commission on it, I'm not making a killing on it.
Yeah, I haven't done any kind of Carvana or anything like that. I did inquire on a 4Runner that I found up, and they actually offered me the same $23,500 for a trade, which there I think I'd be saving a little bit on that trading credit and some sales tax and whatnot. So
you would. And also, a trade-in's different than like a Carvana. They're going to make money on the car they're selling you, and so they'll usually pay top dollar to do that. So that makes total sense to me.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, let me think about it. I've definitely made a couple $1,000 mistake.
I'm glad you can see my offer's fair, at least competitive.
3 weeks in, the car worked fine. The lifestyle did not. That is one expensive surprise.
Actually, we need a better financial car because right now we have a Honda Pilot, which we're spending about $200 in gas, and our payment's like $640. So we were looking to get something cheaper, and we really like Tesla. So we went over there to get that. Unfortunately, I didn't realize insurance is a whole lot more expensive for Teslas, and to get the charger on the house is going to be like $5,000.
When you say the charger's $5,000, tell me more about that.
We only have a 100 amp panel on it. It needs to be upgraded to 200. My brother is an electrician, and I was asking him about it, and that alone is going to be about $3,000.
Okay. So there's a really inexpensive alternative that will work well for you. You can go to a 220 dryer plug, and it'll get you to about an 80% charge overnight.
I don't really have 220 near my garage. Like my panel's in the back of my house with my washer and dryer.
What I'm trying to figure out is you came in here a couple of times, so you thought about the Tesla for a while, and we're all adults, and you did some research. Car's in great shape, all that stuff. And then our finance team worked to get you approval. And so I'm trying to figure out where it's fair and reasonable to help you guys. And I think the charger being on the back of your house, that's not new information. I don't know. I'm not sure how that impacts returning the car, kind of a thing.
That was one of the major things. The other couple of factors, because the price of the car monthly that I could afford is not much than what I'm doing right now. And so when it boils down to is it's not worth switching right now. It doesn't seem like it's worth it. So I didn't figure it would be too much of a hassle to help me out and cancel our contract.
We could have maybe sold that car to somebody else. I don't know. But I do know that you signed a contract and we did our part. You knew what the car payment was when you signed the papers. You knew what the interest rate was. You knew that you were going to need a charger and stuff. So it's just a little frustrating that cold feet or buyer's remorse. And I'm going to do it for you, just so you know. I don't want to put you in a bad spot. It just feels like we're taking the responsibility for your lack of research or your lack of homework.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Oh, I'm just being candid. It's just like I said, it's just rough because all the things you've described, none of them were a surprise. It's just a little bit of extra work for us and risk. And I'm just wondering if you think that all falls on us or if you guys have any responsibility for that.
You're right. I'm at your mercy.
Look, man, I'm going to unwind it and we're going to take the car back and you're not going to owe us anything. I'm going to put it in your lap. I'm going to ask you and your wife to consider if you think that Dalton's time and Nicole's time and our business's time is worth something, because I'm going to do that either way.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Let us know what you and your wife think is fair and reasonable to you. And in the meantime, we'll get the paperwork going and get the thing undone.
Appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
Nice. The cheap car plan now needs a pricey charger and bigger insurance. Budget math has left the chat.
My EV charging nightmare. So, as you all know, I've just bought an electric vehicle. I'm 2 days or a day and a half, should I say. My battery is just over half, and so I thought this would be the right time to try and charge my vehicle. So I don't have a home EV charging, which everyone has said and warned me that that's crazy because it becomes more of a challenge. But I do have an EV charging, I don't know what you call them, station or whatever, literally, I would say not 500, 1,000 yards, if that, maybe 500 from where I live. So I've come and there's literally a queue. There's a queue. So I'm going to go somewhere else. But I'm just imagining if my battery was much lower. I'm in a rush, I've got the kids, and I'm trying to charge my car, what a nightmare that would be. Yeah, so already, like, the first thing I'm learning is make sure your battery does not go below 50%, because you don't want to be in any problem.
The battery is still above half, but the queue is already winning. Welcome to Charge Day.
Let this be your reason to never buy a Tesla. We spend so much time at the charger, literally just being a big back, eating in the car while the car charges, because we spent hundreds of dollars installing the charger at the house, and then we moved, so we had to leave the charger. So now whoever rents the house gets a free freaking Tesla charger. And now we live in an apartment temporarily and have to charge the car every 2 days just for it to be parked at the apartment. We don't even use the car. So don't get a Tesla.
Move house, lose the charger, gain a new weekly errand. Very convenient. For somebody else.
I just bought an electric Porsche and now I'm stuck here for 40 minutes. I really didn't think this through. I've got meetings and yeah, I'm stuck charging a Porsche for 40 minutes.
A brand new Porsche, and the owner is parked waiting. Luxury now comes with a waiting room.
Someone tell me why it's saying that it's going to take until 3:09 a.m. tomorrow to fully charge. Like, what?
That is not a charge time. That is a sleep schedule with wheel.
It makes me hate this car. I regret this so much.
So PSA to all new EV owners, or if you're thinking about buying an EV, please do your research on your specific car or just EV charging in general. Now, I know the creator's video that I stitched wasn't specifically talking about charging in particular. It's kind of just a myriad of things with his EV. But a lot of people jump into the EV lifestyle and they're not ready for it. And I was one of those people. I bought an EV not knowing how to charge, where to charge, or anything really related to it. I saw a few chargers on my way home from work and figured I would just charge there. But it's a massive learning curve as far as understanding where you're going to charge, how you're going to charge, how long it's going to take, how much it's going to cost. I could go much deeper in depth as far as the research that you need to do. So if you guys want that, please let me know. I can make a whole video about charging. But as from someone who relies on public charging only, it's a learning curve, and that it's going to take a lot of understanding and patience, especially with public charging. Now, if you have somewhere to charge at home at night, you're good to go, and the charging aspect of an EV is probably going to fit perfect with your lifestyle. But if you're going to rely on public charging like myself and many other people that I know, please do your research.
Nobody told them the first lesson was homework. Charging comes with a whole school course.
Get an e-car, they said. Oh, e-car, it's the new way to drive. Save the planet. Don't get an e-car. I already have zero patience. I'm a very, done kind of person. Of course, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I live in LA now, but that's besides the point. Not gonna lie, just got this car, my first e-car, probably about 6 weeks ago. Love the way it drives. It's very fancy. I feel like I'm in a spaceship. Great. What I do not like about this car is I miss being able to pull up to the gas station and it literally takes me 5-6 minutes max to fill up the tank and be on my way. It's really getting on my nerves. I purposely woke up at the crack of dawn this morning, okay? It's 8 a.m. specifically to charge my car because I know I need to drive a long distance today. Normally, you would think, oh, everybody's gonna be on their way to work at that time or at work already. No, I still have to wait to charge my car. But you don't understand. If you don't have an e-car, let me explain to you. Not only did I get up an hour earlier to come here to charge my car, which takes a half hour to fully charge, okay? So that's a half hour out of my day. But now, because there's only 3 chargers that work in this station, because I'm going to get into that, half the time you pull up to a station with chargers and they don't work, or only 1 or 2 out of 5 of them work. So now there's 3 cars charging right now. There's 2 cars in front of me. So if you think about it, oh, half hour for each car. There's 2 cars in front of me. Dude, every time I need to charge my car, I have to wait an hour, 45 minutes to an hour just to charge my car. Then I have to sit in my car for a half hour to charge again. So I always have to allot an hour and a half out of my day if I know that I'm going to be charging my car. The only reason I haven't lost my mind is because I don't need to drive long distances every day. But if I was driving from the valley to the west side in LA every day for work, I would be miserable. I'm not okay that I woke up at 6:30 to charge my car and I'm still waiting an hour. Get a hybrid. You want an electric car? Get a hybrid so you have the option to pump your car with gas also. You're not angry like me right now.
She loves how it drives. She just hates the part where it has to keep driving.
I'm just going to pull over to let this car past because I don't want to go too fast. No, we can't turn the heater on yet. Let's not use the phone chargers until we get a bit closer. I might just turn the display brightness down just to save some battery.
Babe, you've only got 10% battery left.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
At 10%, even the heater becomes a luxury. Hope is doing the heavy lifting now.
Right, so this is my first ever experience of range anxiety since I bought my cheap Chinese EV. Forgot to charge the car last night because I was planning on taking the Aston Martin today, but it absolutely chucked it down with rain, so I was a little hesitant and thought, oh, I'll just take the BYD. But when I got to the office, I suddenly realised it was on 15%, and I'm now heading home. I'm on 10%. It says 16 miles, but I don't trust it. So yeah, this is going to go one way or the other. Stay tuned and find out if I make it home. Oh God, it's just gone to 9%. Quick update, guys. I'm just coming off the dual carriageway now, and we are down to 7%. It's not looking good, but you know, we might make it. Wait and see and find out. Another update, guys. We are off the previous road and we're now on the new road, and as you can see down there, if you can see on the camera, we're at 5%. This is not looking good. Okay, a real huge worry now. This little bit here said 6 miles earlier, and now we're on 5%, and it's just turned into little dashes, so I might be cooked. Come on, BYD, you can do it. 5%, 0 miles range. Oh dear. Come on, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We are now on 4%. I have never seen it this low in this car. I am genuinely worried that I'm not going to make it home. Oh my God, I cannot believe it. We actually made it. We are on 3%. I genuinely, when this turned to just these little dashes here and said no miles, I genuinely thought I was going to be broken down and having to push the car home, but we did it. Well done, little BYD.
The car made it home. But 3% is not a win. That is a warning with wheels.
Get an EV, they tell you. Save the environment, they tell you. Let me explain to you how bad an EV is when there's a little bit of snow outside and it's just a tiny bit cold. It's like 26 degrees outside. So I've had this car on for literally 2 minutes warming up the interior, right? Because it's literally 35, 36 degrees in this garage. Oh yeah, and this is how you get in, this little push button. So thank God it's not outside. This is how bad the range is, right? 205 at 99%. It was at 100 just a second ago. This thing is supposed to have a 230 mile range. As you see there, it says Maki. I'm driving to Home Depot. That's about 22 miles away and 22 miles back. So I should lose 44 miles of range. So I'm going to go there, come back, and let's see how much range I actually lost. It's not even 22 miles away. It's only 21 miles. And look at this. 30% was for the climate use, 4% for the outside temperature, and 4% for charging my phone. And we started at 205 and now we're down to 167. That used 15 or 16% of my battery just to go to the Home Depot. I haven't even made it back. So I ended up making it home and the range is all the way down to 134. And I did a total of 45 miles. I lost 70 miles and 45 miles of actual driving.
45 miles driven, 70 miles gone. The cold did not break the math. It changed it.
So the Tesla died in the parking lot of the McDonald's drive-thru. Oh, and they can't push it out because they can't put it in gear. This is going to be fun. Hey guys,
Tesla died.
Yeah. So how do we get out?
The Tesla picked a drive-thru to die in. At least it chose a place with snacks.
As a Tesla owner, here are 4 cons about owning a Tesla. Number 1, the depreciation value. Just like every other vehicle that's on the road, yes, it does lose value. I'm not sure if it's just an EV thing, but the gap between one brand new versus being used, at least for a Model Y, is about a $30,000 differential. Number 2, high insurance. Because of how hard it is to replace Tesla parts, let alone I bought mine before the age of 26, young males being penalized under the whole, we drive fast, we don't drive safe. Yes, insurance is high, at least for me. Number 3, the limited interior options. Look at Porsche's EVs, red seats, cranberry seats, chocolate seats, so on and so forth. But the only options you're given is black, white, and then this tan type of beige. There's other EVs out there that do have functional sunroofs. I guess you would call this a moon roof. I mean, it's nice to look out of every now and then, but it's about all you can do. Number 4, the usability and the technology. Teslas do not have Apple CarPlay, don't have Android Auto. You are forced to use Tesla's interface, whether you like it or not. It kind of is what it is.
Depreciation, insurance, no CarPlay. The car has 4 cons, and the bill has more.
The Burnley Tunnel, and I'm at the end of it, which is the most dangerous spot. And they're going to come, BYD's coming to give me a loan car, and they're going to wait for something. I don't know what's happening, but I need to get this car back. It's saying this. It's like system failure. I don't know what's happened. I can't move the car, and everyone's tooting me. I've literally had this car for now 11 minutes, and it's broken down on me again. I don't get a BYD.
Please park safely as soon as possible. Powertrain about to shut down.
Broken down in a dangerous spot with a powertrain warning. That is not a soft launch.
As Glasgow were threatening to charge me storage fees because I wasn't getting it fixed in there. I'm not getting it fixed anywhere, just 40 grand. I'm obviously not going to pay to get that fixed. I could buy 2 of them for that, so it's a write-off. Anyway, I sent another recovery truck to get that. More money. And Mercedes-Benz Glasgow didn't charge us for the storage. So that was good. I appreciated that. Why we had to have the argument of all the to and from and all that was mental, but fair enough. Thank you. A lot of you told me to contact Reject My Car. The wheels are in motion. I have spoke to them. But since then, Arno Clark get back to me. It isn't good news or bad news. It's just, But fair play to the guy, Harry, at London Road. He's been brilliant so far. You can tell the guy's genuinely trying to help. And he's obviously looking at it going, why is that not covered under the warranty? That's madness. So they want to get the car in now. So I need to get a recovery to Grangemouth if I'm going to do that. But a lovely woman from Arno Clark did email saying she would offer to help with the recovery or whatever. My thing is, realistically, what is Grangemouth going to do that Mercedes Glasgow couldn't do? They're just going to tell me the same thing. The battery's away, it needs a new battery, and it's about 40 odd grand. Maybe they'll have better luck trying to claim the warranty on it, but which I'm not very optimistic about. Like, right now I just feel I'm like a battered man when it comes to that motor. So we're now another month into it, another car payment, and I'm no further for it.
40 grand to fix it, plus storage fees. At that price, the car should fix itself.
A Chinese BYD owner took a video showed his BYD EV chassis is severely rusty. It was only 3 years after he purchased. As a senior automotive engineer, I believe this is a serious safety hazard and BYD never admitted. How about you?
3 years old and already looking rusty underneath. The safety check just got very serious.
It's another 2025 model that is going to be scrapped. The parts are going to be stripped off it, and the rest of the car is going to be crushed. So you can see this one is definitely a lot worse than the one yesterday. It's been hit good and hard at the front. This here, for anybody who doesn't recognize it, is a 2025 BYD Seal. BYD is a Chinese company that specialize mainly in hybrids and EVs, and for what people would tell you about Chinese companies, they actually make a really good car. I was actually looking at one of these myself. I might possibly use parts from this to go and fix one, but we'll see what happens. If I end up going ahead with it, you'll see the full process. But as you can see, this one is hit good and hard on this front driver side here. Now on the passenger side, you can see the headlight's still good. So something like that is something that we'll take off and somebody can reuse on their own car. But as you come around, you can see how hard it's actually been hit here on the chassis, and everything has just pushed everything back. Bonnet's been pushed back into the windscreen, and the wing and everything's even been pushed back in behind the door here. This back driver side door has been completely wrecked as well. At the back, you can see actually how much it's pushed the door down there as well. So it's obviously pushed it back this way and has bent a bit of the frame down that way. The nice panoramic roof seems to be pretty okay on it. Back bumper is fine, and boot lid is pretty much fine. There's obviously little bits of marks, but it's not too bad. And on the passenger side, it's pretty much okay, bar some dents in the door, but that's most likely storage marks or somebody was moving it with a forklift. Yeah, but bar that, that is BYD Seal. That's another car that's going to be stripped down for parts, and the rest is going to be scrapped. So what do you think? Could you save this one? It's definitely a little worse than the one that we had yesterday. And what do you think of the Chinese cars? Do you think these BYDs are going to take off? I was in Spain there at the weekend, and all of the Ubers seem to be these BYDs. So to me, it seems to be they're going to be the next thing coming to follow after the Teslas. But let me know what you think.
It cost over 45 grand new. Now it is waiting to become a pile of parts. So should nobody buy an electric car? No. But ask the boring questions first. Where will I charge? What happens in winter? How much is insurance? And what if the big battery says, good luck? The best car is not the one that looks smart in the showroom. It is the one that still makes sense on a bad Tuesday.